In solo leveling, after having unalived my glorious king, a sudden surge of energy began to emerge as Drippy Woo's heart started to thump like the drums of liberation. Both the Monarch of Frost and Monarch of Fangs were shitting in their pants, saying that it was impossible. That could not happen. They couldn't let the true king descend after the fake one has died. They must stop that from happening at all costs. The Monarch suddenly lunged towards Drippy Woo in order to destroy his remains. That is until the Fang Monarch suddenly received a devastating blow right on his stupid-ass face, as the Frost Monarch was slammed with his body faster than he could react, sending both of them crashing into a building at immeasurable speeds. The perpetrator then landed on the ground like an aura farmer, and as he withdrew both of his daggers, he proclaimed that from here on out, nobody is to lay a finger on this child. In another world, it was explained that there was light and there was darkness at a time when nothing else existed. The Absolute Being split the light to create the messengers of God, and he split the darkness to create the 8 monarchs. The monarchs who were born to destroy the world, and the messengers who were born to maintain it unalived each other's soldiers to no end. But exhausted by the never-ending war, the greatest fragment of brilliant light asked the Absolute Being, why had he not helped his faithful subjects? He asked if he could not hear the screams of the countless soldiers who had died in his honor, begging him to lend them his strength to eradicate their foes, and they would behead them and offer him their heads as tribute. But the Absolute Being did not respond. That was when the fragments of brilliant light realized that their battle against the monarchs was nothing but a source of entertainment for the Absolute Being, and that the Absolute Being did not want the war to end. With the commandment, "Thou shalt worship God," everyone worshiped the Absolute Being. With the commandment, "Thou shalt praise God," everyone bellowed battle cries for the Absolute Being. And with the commandment, "Thou shalt prove thy faith," everyone swore allegiance to the Absolute Being with their blood and life. They all abided by these commandments until now, but the number of lives that were lost vastly outnumbered those who overcame death, since death awaited even for those who abided by the commandments. The Shadow Monarch explained to Drippy Woo that the war would never end as long as the Absolute Being existed, so the fragments of brilliant light drew their swords to put an end to the meaningless fight. It was a rebellion.